Hey there folks, welcome back to another episode of The Great Work. In the last episode we wandered around Samuel Hartlib's house, and hang on, we discovered this here note. And there's nothing on the second page, FYI, just his name. And in this one, we have a rare book section to unlock, first of all. And I imagine this boarded up door has something to do with it. Maybe we find a back way in. Because we arrived at the library through the front entrance, presumably, and it seems awfully suspicious. We don't have anything that can break those boards, especially if a monster couldn't get through it. Our character, Charles Longden, is kind of a wimp. This must be the door. And it is. Okay, well, this is the rare book section. So let's start looking for... here we go. Yep. There's the leak, ma'am. We've got to take these books off the shelves before we can topple the bookcase. Again, our character is kind of a wimp, Charles Longden. He cannot push over a bookshelf. He cannot break open the boards. He is not stronger than a monster. Okay. And here's another glowy book, which I suppose we should read. But first I've got to smash that flower pot. Okay. Let's see here. Mithraic Mysteries. Scholars are divided on the origin of these practitioners, as their temples are spread all across Europe. Most prominent among the theories are that the religion sprung from early Persian or Zoroastrian religions. Few materials survive from the early centuries, and they held no public ceremonies, instead offering to worship inside their Mithraeum. Many of these temples, sunken below the ground and windowless, remain hidden to this day. Their rituals concentrated on sacred religious icons. The materials are unclear about their exact shape. How curious. This is ancient history that we're discovering. Or that we were discovering, because it does not appear that there's anything else in here for us to look at. I don't imagine... whoa! Now that's some heavy reading. I was just saying, I don't imagine a book could break that. This... Ooh, ambience change. There's some more reading to do here, so we'll go ahead and do that. The Long Clock. With the help of the great engineers of the Circle, my greatest creation has been realized. I have built a clock that ticks but once a year. The first dial advances at midnight on December 31st. The second dial advances at the beginning of a new century. This clock will keep time accurately for the next 10,000 years. I have built it not to record what regular people perceive as time, but what the universe perceives, deep time. This clock will continue to tick after I have died, after my family has disappeared from existence and civilizations have risen and fallen. Buried beneath the library, the gears have been crafted from the finest metals to resist corrosion over the centuries. The steam system is pressurized by the weight of the drivers, which must be wound for the clock to display the proper time. When the drivers are raised, the clock is wound, and the gears will adjust the clock to display the current year, regardless of how long it has been unwound. Samuel Hartlib. Okay, so he's certainly interested in this universal knowledge stuff that we were talking about earlier. That must be the boarded up door from before, which leaves the only direction to go this way. Aw, come on. We just had some great new ambience, and you have to do this to me? These are shenanigans. Shenanigans, I say. Well, I suppose we ought to have a look around and see if we can find wherever it is that we're supposed to go. This is certainly suspicious. There's nothing left. Okay. Well, apparently the game has invited me to continue on down, so we will oblige the great work. He could sense that he was getting closer to the truth day by day. He kept his colleagues at arm's length, knowing he could never tell them the truth, knowing that one day he may have to leave the Circle to protect his discovery, or perhaps to protect them from it. He discovered Frostmourne. The orb is Frostmourne, and he is Arthas, I guess. Always something. I don't have any mementos and nothing else, so I suppose we just, here we go. We go ahead and deal with the water monster because there's nothing else to do whenever there's water around. There's always a water monster. I must imagine, I posit that these are that this is the guardian that Samuel mentioned earlier in a note. He did mention guardians, plural, so, let me up. Jeez. He did mention guardians, plural, so, I suppose this is not the only one we'll be seeing. There can't be anything down there, but I had to check anyway. Let's go. Yep. Let me pass. Oh man, there are crates in the way. It's in the way. That's a bit of a headache. Go, box. Go, box, and let me up. No, let me up. That was a bit of a dick move. Putting those two boxes in the way. Oh, no harm, no foul. I suppose we are past it. That can't be the end of it, right? Nothing here. There's a oil right there. I have to get that. Again, I can't imagine that there's anything in this desk. But I simply must check. I am obliged to check. Of course, there's nothing. But you know, I had to. Jump up on this box. And how about this box? Is it right around the corner? I think it's around the corner. Let's just keep going. And we will not get in trouble. The water monster is not too dangerous. I'm not too nervous about those. This seems like the right way to... Oh, there's a thing at the top of the ceiling there. Okay, we'll go through the secret passage in the ceiling. I didn't check inside these wine racks, but again, I can't imagine that there's anything. I suppose I can have a look around while I jump between these places. It doesn't seem there's anything. Okay, we've just got to jump across to the final one here. And we are the parkour king. We have succeeded. Huzzah. It's a bit of a drop. Oh, come on, I was careful. The game did this to me on purpose. Shake it off, man. The fall barely injured me. I have to heal. No heck. Fine. Please. We're still bleeding, so another one. Are we good? Come on. Was there some laudanum in one of these boxes? We have to check. I'm sure they put some here for us. This one has a tinderbox. How about in these boxes? That angel statue was not there a minute ago. Or a second ago. There's no laudanum. They really didn't put any laudanum here for me? Well, we'll continue on, I suppose. Tons of suspicious sounds. Well, I am thankful to see the oil barrel, even if there was very little oil in it. It is something, and I've still got 3 oil containers left. So I'm in a very good position when it comes to oil at the moment. That is timed. I suppose I should have a look around before I pull both of these levers. There's got to be something under all these boxes, yes? Yes, Mr. Quick? Mr. Quickly pull all the levers? No? Ugh. I wasted my time putting these red herrings all in there. Ah! And of course that shuts behind me, but there is a lever there in case I need to go back. Not that I imagine that I will need to, but... A portion of the east wing had collapsed, and the burns on Moriane's hands would take some time to heal. When Moriane asked him what happened, Hartlib hesitated to tell him about the distant roar he had heard just after he had touched the stone. Ooh. Electric lights! And there's this thing. Can I climb on this? It goes way down. It seems like I can climb this. Come on, let me up. Ah. Very well, I suppose there is a door further off this way, yes? This is so nice, though. I want to spend more time out here. Fine, we'll go to the laboratory. What had happened was not an accident. There was a will governing this stone, and that was why it had reacted so violently to Maureen's touch, but not his. Hartlib wondered if they had, for however short a moment, caught God's attention. What was I saying in the first episode about JRPGs? We start off just exploring a castle, killing some rats, and here we are catching God's attention and maybe killing him by the end of this. Samuel, 1662. Though the shard is merely a broken object now, with intense concentration and repeated practice, I have been able to draw out a great deal of its power. I have finally been able to create what I believe to be the fifth element, Karmat. Its uses are widely varied and incredible. When mixed with heated acids, their corrosiveness increases many times fold. I am very close to creating the legendary solvent, a true alkahest. I have also been experimenting with another compound of Karmat that gives incredible life-extending properties. My roses that have been grown with it have not wilted for many, many years. I wonder what effect it would have on humans. My biggest regret is that Johann is not here to see this day. I am finally succeeding where the two of us failed so long ago. Samuel Hartlib, and why does everyone want to dedicate an entire... There's no more Karmat left to use. Why does everyone want to dedicate an entire page to their name? It's ridiculous. It's so wasteful. Well, actually, I suppose there is a point to it. If any of you ever watched those 90s environmental PSAs, then you know that it is imperative that we destroy the environment before it destroys us. Hello there, obvious puzzle item. And I like the lighting in this room. I like how it's pouring in up there. Yes, indeed, Mother Nature might be a girl, but I am not afraid to hit back. If any of y'all ever seen Skycorp home video, he did some 90s PSAs on this. It's really funny. There's another. Where were all these during Chapter 1? I really needed them. Oh, is there anything else in here that I might need? I am not certain of that. Could there be something behind this gigantic pile of boxes? No. Sack of potatoes. Okay, well, I suppose we'll head back to the laboratory and do our chemistry thing. What do we need to do again? Let me see. Mix with heated acids. So that's the important part. That's what we should pay attention to. I'm going to put the acid in the thing. We'll heat it up. And I'm not certain this is quite like the puzzle from earlier. And that'll heat up, I suppose. Suppose we can let it. Hang on, can I just put the rose in here? Of course not. Now we have to extract the Karmat. What's that noise? Oh, hello there. There's an angel stalking me. And I think it might be the angel of death. Oh, can I use items? Come on. There we go. Close that, pull the lever, and here we go, extracting the Karmat. And you can stop watching me anytime, lady. I do not appreciate your staring. Don't you know that's rude? Well, here we have the Karmat. And I'm not sure if this is like the puzzle from earlier. I'll try turning off the heat before adding the Karmat. Yes, it needs to be heated. Okay. It is already heated, but come on. There we go. And now we can put it in the glass jar where it belongs, the alkahest. That is the... Oh, that's a brute. That's a brute. That's a brute. It is faster than me, and I cannot afford to sit in a corner here. I should avoid it. I should dodge it. Now. And we are out of here. Yeah! Whew. Partham's hand froze in mid-stroke, gripping the quill tightly. He crumpled up the unfinished letter and threw it aside. The Heartlip Circle had been created to gather all of the world's knowledge and make it available for all mankind, but they weren't yet ready to learn about the stone. Right then, so now that we are past the brute and we have the alkahest, I don't think we go back to the storage, and if I can't go this way, then I don't see a ladder or something around here. I'm not sure where else to go. Yeah, I don't think we drop down. And I definitely can't get up there. Well, there's got to be something I'm missing. Let's have a look around the side and take out the lantern to see what we can. I always hate it when this stuff is not very well telegraphed. Or maybe I'm just missing something. Yeah, I do not think I'm meant to just jump. That would be suicide. Especially if that little fall from earlier injured me so. The alkahest is a legendary solvent of incredible strength. But I'm not sure what I would use it on. I don't think I'm meant to destroy the clock. I'm gonna head back into the vacant mansion in Dartmouth was perfect for their purposes. It sat on a plot of land just outside the main city, peaceful and secluded. The empty shelves would be more than enough to relocate Maureen's personal library, and the large cellar could be easily renovated into a laboratory. Okay then, I'm headed back to the laboratory here, because I think there's gotta be something here that I missed. I'm not sure about anything in this room. I think it was pretty thorough in looking through here. The rose was all that I got from here. So, perhaps the... Well, I could check this room again real quick. Bit of lag here. Weird. Well, I'm not seeing any... Oh. Flammable gas. Okay, can I blow this pipe up? Oh. And I light this, right? And then run? I'm not sure this is safe. I can't imagine that I use this on anything. Nah. This is the simplest solution, and Occam's razor. Oh yeah, that did the trick. And it toppled the table, too. Knocked it all the way across the room. Okay, I guess we just climb this chain down. I can't have the lantern out while I'm climbing, so the angel statue moved away, I suppose. That thing moving around is creepy. Normally the angel statue is a sign of relief, but in this particular costume it's a sign of danger. Okay, let's jump over here. Oh! Whoops! Once again, environmental dangers proved to be my my downfall. My Achilles heel. The monsters, I can handle those. But, yeah. Accidentally fall off a chain? Sure, why not? Let us descend properly this time. Yeah, that was a quick way down. Drop in and grab it onto it again. Charles' hands are fine, I'm sure he can grip them tightly. This is open, so we'll have a look around here. All these levers are pulled. These gears are turning. Well, I suppose since the clock works, and it's supposed to work, I don't suppose that we screw anything up in here. We are simply passing through, perhaps? Well, if that is indeed the case, we shall confirm by checking back out in the hallway again, because it did have an end that was opposite where we... Oh. Clockwork. Back to the Clockwork. I would love to go exploring in the Clockwork again, but, yeah, see, the driver is really one. But for now, I happen to be out of time for this episode. So, I want to thank y'all for being here. This has been yet another interesting episode, and I wonder what further surprises are in store for us deeper in the Clockwork. Like the other two chapters thus far, this must be setting up for a climax, so, well, I'm looking forward to it. That is for later, though. For now, I shall bid you a fond farewell. Say that I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.